out in wet conditions at any stage here in Mandalika, so a real challenge for everyone, and the right decision being made there by the organisers.
Everyone making their way back to the pit boxes. We saw this for the support class, the Asia Talent Cup races earlier on today as well, although it wasn't raining anything quite like this, I can tell you.
Yeah, and you can see there everyone making their way back into the pits, and they do look like they've been drowned out there really, and certainly for everyone it's going to be a little bit of a delay now. We'll wait and see what update we get on a start time. Tom Sykes still making his way around, and you can see just how difficult it is out there. Even at the slow speed Sykes is riding around at far too dangerous conditions. Very easy aquaplane in conditions like this. A lot of standing water is going to be out there.
I'd like to see where Jules Cluzel is at the moment after we saw him in his undergarments a few minutes ago waiting to get into a pool. He didn't need to get into a pool, he only needed to stand in pit lane.
And it is still warm out there. It's 26 degrees, 27 degrees, so it is very tropical, typical of what we get here in Southeast Asia. And it is actually this kind of downpour that we were waiting for over the last few days. It's threatened to come, but we haven't had anything like it up until now.
Classic kind of weather conditions that we're used to seeing, for example, in Malaysia, as the seat is dried off and the bike dried off as best as possible for Toprak Razgatliok.
Yeah, you can see Bono there just using the air guns to clear off as much of that as possible, and that's what you have to do at this stage. Toprak doesn't want to be too cross-eyed when he's out on the bike, but he's still pretty relaxed at this stage as we wait to find out when we'll get a new schedule here, but you can see just how quickly the conditions have changed.
I did say that Toprak has not been known for his wet weather prowess in the past through his career, and to an extent I've probably done him a disservice, because this season he has made a step forward, even if he's clearly not as strong in the wet as he is in the dry.
Yeah, in the dry conditions, Toprak's as good as anyone. In the wet conditions, he showed, especially in Catalonia, he's made a big step forward. He was able to lead that race, open up a pretty commanding lead at one stage as well before he had a technical problem. And even though he had that problem, that would have been one of the races that would have given him a big boost in terms of his ability to perform well in those conditions.
I think the race that I call to mind to the greater extent is the Super Pole race in Portimao, where Toprak just dropped backwards.